I want to bring in Bill Karins now because we can no longer call it a Hurricane Ian, Bill, from the latest update we're getting in just moments ago from the National Hurricane Center.
Yeah, none of us are upset about that, right? It's done. Right. There'll never be another Hurricane Ian. This name will 100% be retired because the names recycle every 5 years, by the way. But if they're really bad, they retire them. And obviously, this is one of the worst ever. So there'll never be another Hurricane Ian. So it's post-tropical is what we call it. The reason we say that, it's not tropical in nature anymore. Now it's like a big nor'easter coming up the coast. Still could cause problems, of course.
So, I'm sorry, but let me just make sure I'm clear. So it's not a tropical storm. Its name is post-tropical Ian.
Yes, correct. The post-tropical storm Ian is what people would call it. So, yeah, winds are still of 70 miles per hour. It's just characteristics of the nature of the storm. It's no longer coming from the warm tropics. It's that's the reason they do it. But that's more technical than anyone wants to hear. So let's get into the problems with the storm. The Hurricane Center has this completely dissipating into just a remnant low by the time we get to Saturday afternoon. So we're no longer tracking it. There's no reason to do that. The winds haven't been that bad. That's why we haven't heard about horrific power outage numbers. Yes, they did have gusts of 92 miles per hour in the Charleston area. That's the area that had the highest wind gusts with the storm. Everyone else has been in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. Raleigh-Durham Airport just gusted to 47. So there's going to be some down trees. If you have an old tree that's maybe rotting anyways, and this was the wind that came and took it down on the power lines, that's the kind of stuff we're going to see. I don't think we're not going to see any devastation with that. So the life-threatening weather that's left would be flash flooding. And we still have a flood watch that includes areas from Charleston to Raleigh, the mountains of Virginia, the Norfolk, Virginia Beach, the Hampton Roads area. That is under a flash flood warning. So there is still life-threatening weather out there, and it's mostly going to be because of water and the rain, whatever happens the rest of today. So we're going to take this storm northwards, and there is still a chance of isolated tornadoes, too. I don't want to forget that potential. We haven't had any today, but until 10 o'clock tonight, eastern North Carolina, southeast Virginia is under a tornado watch. And here's the timing of this, Hallie, for you. So here's D.C., rain moving in over the next couple hours. Heaviest rain over the next 2 to 4 hours, Raleigh to Charlotte. Then as you wake up tomorrow morning, it should be pouring in areas like New York City, Long Island, southern Connecticut. And then the storm kind of breaks in two pieces. So that piece of heavy rain exits, and then we have some leftover rain in West Virginia with the actual remnant low. Sunday's a little bit better than Saturday in the mid-Atlantic. It's going to be a little less windy. So if you don't have any outdoor plans this weekend, Sunday's your better choice than doing it on Saturday. But no damage out here at all. And whatever repairs we need to make from that storm surge in areas of South Carolina, they'll have plenty of time to do that tomorrow as the weather does improve. And Hallie, we haven't seen the pictures yet. We don't want to be like, oh, nothing happened. I know that around Paradise Island and also around the Georgetown area heading northwards up towards southern portions there of the Myrtle Beach, there was a storm surge of about 6 feet. And that was the second highest they've ever recorded. I know one pier was smashed and is no longer there anymore. So there is damage. And we'll get those pictures in tomorrow to see how bad it was in those areas. It's no Southwest Florida, obviously. This was a Category 1.
Different hurricane.
Right. This is a Category 1. That's the difference between a 1 and a 4.
Bill Karins, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.